Hello. Okay. Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today I'll be talking about another character within this game. Obviously, I have played this character, and from that point of view, I have saying this. Okay. So this character is called. I forgot the name. I don't know why I sometimes forgot. Okay. So her name is Fuschia. Okay. So Fuschia is basically a very good character within this game. Okay. Like in terms of shooting and how you use her active skill, that is a different topic, but her shooting skill is actually very good. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about that. So when you use this, you need to make sure why you are using this. This is for ADS. So if you are aiming using this thing here, ADS mode, then spread control is very important. And if you are doing hip fire is basically where you are just using the gun, not in this manner, in this manner. Okay, that is where you use recoil handling. So recoil handling is highly important here. This is point number one. Point number two is, okay, hmm, I think sometimes I do make problem. Let's see, let's shoot that one. Yeah, recoil handling is the one you need. Okay, the next one you need is magazine capacity, obviously, because reload rate will need lowers the reloading time by 1 second. Now there is these two difference here. This is highly important one. Now if you go with this one, you will get about 750 damage, and this one will give you 810. So from that point of perspective, I would select this and this stringy fight mode instead of headshot, because if you go with the stringy fight mode, at least every time you shoot the enemy when they are in paper mode, they are still gonna take more damage. So overall, let's see what is the overall amount of damage output this one do. About 710, and but the accuracy look is very good. 750, and you can probably see here only one bullet went outside, and rest of the bullet are in the area where it needs to be. Okay, now the overall question remains is, okay, in terms of accuracy, this character is very good. Okay, so from that point of perspective, where would I put this character? Because this character is actually good and has a very decent overall damage output, I would put this character here. Now the question remains is, should this character go in this place or not? That is the reason why I am making this video. Okay, because the thing is, this character is basically a DPS character, and when it comes to a DPS character, the overall question remains is, how good are they? For example, these characters are basically sub DPS. What do I mean by is, their weapon are very good. Okay, not only their weapon are very good, rather their active skill is also very good. So it doesn't matter of what type of title is given here. If they are duelist or sentinel or controller, these are not the important factor. Okay, the important factor is overall how their skill plays out. And from that point of perspective, rest of the characters here in the S rank are basically very good at shooting as well as using their active skill. Because of that reason, I would put this character here. Now the reason I had to put this thing back here is because this is actually a very good character that would be in this S rank position, but because I'm not a very good sniper, I had to lower this character here, because I would rather give a total unbiased as possible type of opinion, so that you will get a proper idea of why I would never test this character, because I am not a very good sniper. This is also a sniper character, but I can use his ability very well because he is more of a sub sniper, like half sniper and half assault rifle user. Okay, now despite all this, the question remains is, okay, why would I not put this character here but here? Okay, so unlike this character, this character here, this character has the ability to recover HP. This character here can also recover her HP, but this is a DPS character, and this one is a healer character. Okay, so from that point of perspective, if you were to go and check here, for example, this is a duelist, is basically an indication of a DPS character, and this is a support character. Now from support point of perspective, fragrance is actually very good. But in terms of Fuschia, even healing her own HP, she is also very good. But because this is a DPS character, you need to put this character in the front of the line majority of the time. So in this case, the question remains is, okay, then how good is her active skill? So when it comes to her active skill, it is actually very good. It stays active for a longer period of time, but it only shows me the HP of the enemy hidden behind the wall for a short period of time. But I want to see them continuously. I cannot see them continuously. So in terms of wall hacking capability, this character falls below this one here. Now this one is the top ranking when he uses his uh, awaken skill, and this one is also top ranking when she uses her awaken skill. So both of their awaken skill, they would rank in the same category as very good. But in terms of this one, this has a special condition. What type of condition? Fuschia exposes nearby enemies visible only to her. Full HP enemy appear briefly. So the full HP enemy appears briefly is the reason why I can see them only once. While those below 100 HP remains visible for the skill duration. So anyone that has a HP below 100, I will be able to see them continuously as long as the skill stays active. Exposing enemy boost her movement. So if I were to use her ability, and let's see, overall this is the running speed, but if I were to use enemy's location detection, then I can run even faster, but for a short period of time. Running is not the main factor here because she is already very good at running, but I cannot see the enemy until their HP is low. So because of this reason, her ranking from this rank to here is a possible, okay, because her overall skill ability is not that much good. Okay, now when it comes to the passive skill, what is her passive skill? Passive skill is when I basically shoot the enemy, and if the enemies are killed, the enemy will drop a crystal, and if I were to absorb that crystals, then my HP will restore. Okay, so for some reason, let's say my HP is gonna be lower. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill this one here, and you can definitely see whatever crystal they are dropping very near me, which is why you can't see them. So if I were to kill them from a distance, that is a crystal they drop, and as I go near them, I absorb the crystal. So this character has self-healing capability from this passive skill. Okay, and what about this character's ultimate? This character's ultimate is written here: Fuschia gracefully boost her firing rate. Okay, basically her firing rate increases, allowing her to active skill to highlight enemy within her vision. Absorbing energy crystals extends her skill duration. So basically speaking, if I were to use the ultimate and then shoot at the enemy, then my ultimate will stay active for a longer period of time. So that's the whole reality here. Now if I were to stop shooting at them, then eventually this will go away after a certain period of time. Why isn't it going away? Normally it goes away. I guess it stays active as long as uh I guess it stays active as long as I don't die. I guess that is the whole topic here. So as long as I don't die, it stays active. So that's basically it, I guess. So these are all of her ability in terms of her active, passive, and ultimate. Now, how can you make them better? Now, in case of her what should I call it? Active skill. You can further increase the active skill by using this here. Now, in this case, normally I would say that go for cooldown, but in this case I would say go for duration. Okay. And what is recovery rate? Recovery rate is as written here. Okay, let's see. Hunter's Feast. So which one is Hunter Feast? Hunter Feast is this one. So what does this do? You probably saw it gives her more HP. Now, recovery rate. What is the recovery rate? The recovery rate is basically an indication of how much will I recover when I use the crystals that are basically dropped by the enemy. So what about those crystals? Shark crystals, those are, if they drop on the floor and I try to recover them, I'll get more HP recovery. That's basically what it says. Nothing more. Okay. And in terms of armor, I would definitely give her light armor and obviously Strinova damage mode reduction. So with all of these are activated, the main topic will be now is awakening skill. Okay. So awakening skill 1 you will get to choose, but 2 and 3 you will have to decide which one to get. So 1, greatly expand the range at which Fuschia can absorb the crystals. So if I were to uh, shoot the enemy from a very large distance and move a little bit forward, not too much, just little bit. Okay, you probably saw that I need to get a little bit close. Now in this case, I didn't had to get a little bit closer. I was very far away from the enemy, like about what should I call it? This location, which is about 70 to 20 meters. So even within 20 meters, I can still get their HP. So that's basically how this character functions. This character is basically a self healer. Okay. Now, what about Awaken skill 2? Fuschia auto recovers the first time she is knocked down. So you will see that sometimes in Fuschia's case, you need to kill her twice. Otherwise, what will happen is she'll just get back up with more 100 HP. So in order to make sure that that doesn't happen, you need to kill Fuschia twice. And obviously, from your perspective, if you want to survive the attack after getting knocked down once, then this is the one that you need to be using. Okay, it will be very useful in what should I call it? Demolition mission and escort mission. Okay, now what about this one? This one is the one that basically when you uses this character active skill, it will basically slows down the enemy. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. And let's see if I were to use it, what happens. Yeah, the enemy movement has slowed down for a short period of time. So it doesn't actually work for a longer period of time, only a short period of time. And afterwards, they get starting to move again. So from that point of perspective, okay, as you probably saw, the reason why I would not put this character in this place here, because their active skill, passive skill, and even ultimate skill work in a specific, a special way that is able to benefit a majority of the other teammates as well. For example, I would definitely put this character here, but because the way this character uses her active skill is basically range limited, but despite being range limited, it is actually still very good and stays active for a longer period of time, and it can cause a major headache for the enemy. Now, this can also cause major headache for the enemy, but the enemy will definitely know that the ability for this character to use her ultimate, sorry, using her active skill is very limited, and because of this reason, using this character is not as much threatening as this one, but the threatening part of this character is that she is capable of doing a lot more damage because of her high accuracy. So if you were to look at this recoil handling, and if I were to shoot at the enemy, you will definitely see that I can kill the enemy even with a lower amount of bullet. Okay, so 30. Okay, so it takes about 25 to 24. So let's see again. Okay, it takes about 15 bullets to kill them. What about the long target over there? Okay, I can only take up to half of them, half of the HP, even for the characters that are basically extremely far away, the enemy characters are, that is. So this is basically how this character called Fuschia functions. So overall, I would say that this character as a DPS is useful, okay, like similar to this character here. This character DPS wise is useful, but her range of active skill is actually very low. So from that point of perspective, yes, because this character's active skill and even, sorry, the active skill is very low, I had to lower it here. But unlike this one, this character's active skill and both passive skill a little bit, okay, not the passive skill, the passive skill is very good. So Fushia's active skill and ultimate are both problematic because it affects in such a way that it is beneficial for a short period of time, whereas even if this character were to disappear from the battlefield, their uh, stuff still stays there. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Now, other than that, I would say that in terms of using this character, Fuschia, that is, I would say that she is still better than these two here. Okay, why is that? Because at least this character's ability stay active for a longer period of time to think of other alternative ways. Whereas for this two here, this one's shooting is extremely bad. Even at close range, you're gonna die majority of the time. And whereas for this one, her active skill is staying active for such a short period of time that uh, you will not be able to run very far from the enemies. That's the whole topic here. Okay. So overall, I would put this character in A rank. Not extremely bad, but not extremely good either. As a DPS character, this character falls into this category here, unlike these two here. Okay, so this is overall my conclusion. Now, so if you were to ask me, okay, which type of grenade would I use for this character, I would go with frag grenade and windstorm grenade, but because this character can also able to see the enemy's location, using a smoke grenade is gonna be a very good idea. Okay, so this is the overall conclusion on how to use this character. Now, overall, what I would say that this character is overall falling average. Okay, average character. Now, when it comes to average character, that doesn't mean that they are bad. Average characters basically an indication that they are still good enough to use for a longer period of time, and the more you use them, the better you will become. So this is the category of Fuschia falls into. Okay. Now I know that this is not a very good overhyping video of Fuschia. It isn't, because my target was not to overhype this character. My target was to give you guys a proper demonstration of what happens when you use this character. This character is overpowered only when you understand how to use this character well. Okay. Now, what is the difference? The difference is, no matter how much better you come at certain characters such as this two here, their overall active skill and passive skill and ultimate and their shooting are very problematic here. For example, this one has the lowest amount of what should I call it, shooting uh, damage output, and this one has the lowest amount of accuracy. Okay, whereas this one, her accuracy is extremely good. Her only problem is the active skill is not that much good, and the passive skill is good in terms of continuous shooting, but that in itself is not that much of a special ability. So because of this reason, I had to give her a lower ranking. Okay, so overall this is my rating for Fuschia, and if you like this video, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you, and see you again next time.